Hi guys, this is Snow. So last time we implemented monster item drop. So when you kill a monster, it randomly drop an item like this. And in this video, we're gonna add destructible tiles. So basically the tiles that you can destroy. So they look like an ordinary tile, but if you have a certain item, you can destroy it. It's a pretty common concept in those sandbox type of games such as Minecraft or Terraria. And so I created these images. So the one is dry tree and the other one is tree trunk. So this is a tree with a different color. So if you have an axe, you can cut it down. And I think I'm gonna create a new package. So since it's a kind of a different type of object, I'm gonna name this tiles interactive. So I'm gonna call these destructible objects interactive tile, but yeah, you can call them however you want. Also inside of this source, create a package. Okay, tile interactive. Okay, here create a class interactive tile, and this extends entity. And we're gonna create a boolean, public boolean destructible, and the default is either way is fine, but I'm gonna set false. So we're gonna create update and leave it blank for now. Oops. Void. And we're gonna create another class inside of this tile interactive package, and I'm gonna name this interactive tile, so IT dry tree, and this extends interactive tile. So not the entity, but this is a subclass of interactive tile. Okay. And okay, first we're gonna import the image. So down1 equal setup dry tree. Then we're gonna set this destructible boolean. So this is a destructible tile, so we set true. Destructible. Okay. This time we're gonna place this dry tree around here, so we can cut these trees and create a kind of a shortcut. So let's open the map file, and hey, easy. Okay, so first we're gonna change these tree tiles to normal grass tile, like this. So okay, yeah, like this. And then we're gonna place that dry tree. So let's open this game panel, and let's create another array, interactive tile. So itile equal this is array equal new interactive tile, and okay, I'm gonna set 50 or something. Maybe we're gonna create a lot of these things. So, and then so we're gonna update and draw we're gonna update that update. Okay, and draw. And this time we're not gonna add these interactive tiles to this entity list. We're gonna draw it like these normal tiles. So we're gonna create this for loop after the tile draw. And okay, if I tile index I not equal no I tile I dot draw. Yeah, like this. Okay, open this asset setter and we're gonna set some these interactive tiles. So okay, gp.I tile I equal new it dry tree gp. Okay, so call 27 to 33 and allow 12. Tile size is 27. Y is 12, I think. Like this. But okay, maybe we will place a lot of these interactive tiles in the future, so let me adjust the constructor of these interactive tiles a little bit so we can save some typing. Interactive tile, so we're gonna receive call and allow to, then here too int call and int allow, and we're gonna pass call and allow. So basically we want to know this vortex, so vortex is gp dot tile size times call. This dot world y gp dot tile size times low. Yeah, like this. So asset setter. So we're gonna pass this call and low to this constructor like this. Yeah, we don't need these anymore, so delete it. So this is another way to instantiate this object. And finally, let's call this method from this game panel. So yeah, here asset dot set interactive tile. Okay, let's check. Okay, yep. So the dry trees are on the map now. No collision yet. Player class. Update. So first we check collision equal gp dot c checker dot check entity. So we're gonna use this check entity method and pass player and gp dot what is it, I tile. Also we're gonna check another collision inside of this attacking. So we wanna check if collision happens when player attack it, because basically we want to attack these trees. So we need to check hit detection. Int I tile index call gp.c checker dot check entity this gp.I tile. Oh, what happened? Tile then similar to this damage monster, so we're gonna handle kind of a attacking effect. So damage interactive tile or something, and pass this tile index, and we're gonna create this method. So probably after this one. Okay, and here, so if we're gonna receive index here, and if I is not equal 999, and also one more condition, if gp.height index size destructible equal true. What this destructible? Okay. So if this is a destructible tile, then we can cut it down. So gp.height tile index I equal null. Okay, like this, I think. Let's check. Okay. Yeah, so now collision is happening, and if you attack it, yeah, it disappears. Okay. But we still want to change this. So like you need an axe to cut trees, and you need a hammer to destroy rocks or something like that. So next we're gonna set this item requirements. Okay, go to this interactive tile, and we're gonna add a method public boolean is correct item or weapon entity, and okay, so boolean is correct item false, and return. Boolean. Okay, so we're gonna copy this method inside of this try tree too, and here if entity dot current weapon dot type equal type axe in this case, because this is a tree. So if player's weapon is axe type of kind of weapon, then is correct item equal true. So like this, so you can set the requirement on each destructible tile. Okay, so now go back to the player class, and we add one more condition here, gp.iTile index that is correct item, and we're gonna pass player this equal true. So if this returns true, that means you are using a correct item, so you can destroy it. Okay, pick up an axe, and so now we cannot destroy this tree by the sword. So let's switch to the axe, and now we can cut it down. I think it would be nice if we could see a little remaining of the tree. So we copied this tree trunk image earlier, so we're gonna use this. And there are basically two ways to handle this. The one is we draw this tree trunk as a normal tile, like this grass tile or water tile or tree tile, like add this to this tile manager like this. And so draw it on the map, like 42, 42, 42, 42. And then we're gonna display dry tree on it. So the trunk will be hidden beneath it. But in this method, the destroyed form must be smaller than the object above it. Otherwise, you can still see some part of it, even if the object is not destroyed yet. So depending on the graphic, it might cause a little inconvenience. And the other way is we create this trunk as another interactive tile. So when we cut the dry tree, we replace it with the trunk. And this is what we're gonna do this time. And also another good thing about this method is you can place the object on basically any tile. So if it's a normal tile, you can only place this dry tree on the grass tile because the destroyed form has the grass color. So if you want to place it on like a dirt tile or like this road tile, you need to create another trunk tile variations too. But if it's an interactive tile, we can make the background transparent like this. So the background color doesn't matter. So let's create one more interactive tile class, IT trunk. I think I'm gonna just copy and paste. Extends interactive tile. Okay, so this is not a destructible tile, so we're gonna delete this. And okay, so this is trunk. And also this trunk class doesn't need this is correct item because this is already destroyed. But instead we need to set the solid area for this one. Unlike other tiles, this is an entity, so it has a solid area, and the default solid area is like this one, 0, 0, 48, 48. So basically the whole thing is solid. So we need to disable this, otherwise player cannot walk through this tile. So yeah, like this. So basically we set no collision, no solid area. Also I created this kind of a cutting sound effect with beatbox. So copy this to sound package and add this sound. What is it? Cut tree. So in this interactive tile class, we're gonna create a few more methods. Public void PlaySE, public interactive tile getDestroyedForm or something. Interactive tile null and return tile. Interactive tile. And okay, so we're gonna copy these two methods to this dry tree. So we're gonna play sound effect of that one, 11 I think, cutting tree sound. And okay, here, so this dry tree's destructive form is new IT trunk, so this trunk tile. So we're gonna instantiate this trunk tile here. So we're gonna pass GP and call and log. So called x divided by tile size, and old y divided by tile size. So we specify this dry trees destroyed form and pass this dry trees coordinates to this trunks constructor, so this shows up at the same location. And so go back to the player class. Okay, here instead of setting this null, we type like this: gp.i_tile index I dot get destroyed form. Okay, let's check. Okay, okay, I need axe. Okay, let me give him an axe. Okay, I'm gonna switch from sword to axe. Okay, yeah, and okay, let's yeah. Oh, we don't hear any sound. Of course, I forgot to call that method. Sorry. Let's call that method to dot PlaySE, I think. Great. Yeah. So now we can see the tree trunk after cutting the tree. So this is all good, but maybe you want these trees sustain a bit more extra hits until it breaks. So I'll show you how to do that. It's actually pretty easy. So since this is an entity, so we can set its life like this. So life equals 3 or something, for example. So player class gp.i_tile index_i.life minus minus if gp.i_tile_i.life equals 0, then we replace it with the destroyed form. So every time you hit, it reduces its life by 1, or yeah, you can do more complicated calculation if you want. So like you set defense value on each tile and subtract it from your attack value or something like that. So, and then gp.i_i.invincible equal true. Yeah, so we change it in invincible state. You know, otherwise it gets multiple hits with a single axe swing and, you know, gets destroyed immediately. So we add one more condition to this if statement. Okay, and gp.i_i.invincible. So we're gonna check if it's invincible state is false. Okay, and we need to set the period of this invincible state. So yeah, here inside of this InteractiveTiles update, if invincible equal true, invincible counter plus plus. So yeah, I think we can copy from this entity. Yeah, this one. Yeah, and I want to reduce the time a little bit because this is not a monster. So like, I don't know, 20. Okay, that's everything, I think. Oh yeah, and also, okay, let me place some dry trees on non-grass tile like this one. So okay, something like this. Let's check. Yep. Okay, now cut tree. Yeah. Yeah. So now you need to hit 3 times to cut it down. Oh, okay. I think I forgot to check the collision of other entities. Let me fix this. Yeah, here. So we need to check the collision. Check check entity this and getDestroyedTile. Okay. So now he cannot go through these interactive tiles. Yeah. I think, game design wise, this kind of destructible tiles are pretty useful because you can block a certain area or path at first and the player cannot go that way until he finds a certain item or weapon. So not only trees, but you can place a giant rock on the road or something. So please utilize your idea and make your game something interesting. And next time we will add particles. So with particles, for example, when you hit these dry trees, you see some particles flying. Or when you hit a monster with your fireball, you see some particles. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching and until next time.